Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to It Came Out the Refrigerator podcast. I am your narrator, Awaken 314. And today we have a little bit different episode for today. Normally you will get a short story or a poem or some positive affirmations. But today we're going to be a little bit different because today we're going to talk about an actual story that happened. Just to give you a little bit of different flavor and just to provide you that context that life is different than what we always seem to make it out to be. Um, Hopefully, you will find it as entertaining as I did. So let's get started. So, in November of December of a particular year, I arrived in Italy. And when I first got to Italy, I didn't get a chance to get out very much because there were limited transportation where I was. So normally that was down to a bus every Thursday that would take you down to the open market where you could do shopping and then, enjoy some small things. And then usually it was only about a 2-3 hour trip, and then you had to get back on the bus and then go back. So it was nice, but it wasn't what I expected. So I met a good friend there. His name was Mike, and he was pretty cool. So one day he decided to take me downtown in the evening, right? So this was about 6 months later. It's in the evening. We're going downtown, and we're going to have dinner. And up until this time in my life, I'd only been in two restaurants. So one was a restaurant in Windsor, Canada, and this was going to be my second. So it was awesome. So he took me downtown. We're down in this little city called Brindisi by the port. It's in the tip of the boot. And we're going to a Chinese restaurant. Please don't ask me why we're going to a Chinese restaurant in Italy with all the Italian food. I was just happy to be out at the nighttime. So we go and the food is delicious, delicious. Like if you don't know what I'm talking about, think about Way of the Dragon. Bruce Lee's going from China to Italy. Yeah, and he's just, he's went there to help his family, but I'm different. I'm going there to eat and get chubby. So it's a really exciting evening and nothing's going on. So after we finish, it's about 8 or 9 o'clock. So we decided to just go for a walk. If you didn't know this back in the day, Brindisi didn't have a lot of street lights. So all the lights from the houses and the buildings in the restaurant really make it light up. So we're just walking and I'm just meandering. And all of a sudden about 15, 20 people see me. And they start yelling out Mickey. And I'm like, what? So they start coming at me and I start walking away and then they start chasing me. So I start running and I'm running and I run for about, I'd say 4 or 5 blocks down a couple of streets, and all of a sudden I realize I have to stop because not only do I not know where I'm going, but there's no point in this, right? So I stop and the people come up to me, and it's mostly teenagers and a couple of adults, and they just keep trying to talk to me, and I don't speak Italian. So I finally figure out what's going on, and it's absolutely bonkers. So apparently, I guess because TV doesn't look too good, they think I am Mike Tyson. So I spend the next 15 minutes signing Mike Tyson autographs and just trying to be a good natured human being. My heart's still beating like crazy, right? Because I was scared and I'm freaking out, but now I'm kind of more calming down. So my friend, so my friend Mike comes around the corner and he's like, I just saw you running and I didn't know where you went and I finally found you. What's going on? So I tell him and he busts out laughing so hard. He doesn't know what to say to me. So we finish up. We was only out there about 15, 20 minutes. We walk back to the car, and as we get in the car, he can't stop laughing at me. And I'm sitting here in the car. I'm still a young guy, and I'm very impressionable. But the only thing that's going through my head is not that I'm in trouble or not that I'm in danger or anything else, is that he's going to tell this story to everybody. So, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember who was there that day. I'm quite sure Mike is still laughing at me to this day. Um, but I would like to say that right now, there's about 15, 20 people in Italy who actually think they have a Mike Tyson signature, and that alone brightens my heart a little bit. Um, so if you ever somewhere, if you ever out and about, and don't think somebody's first reaction is to hurt you. Try to assess what's going on, what's happening, and try to figure out what they really asking of you, right? Um, it was just a surreal experience coming from an inner city place where if somebody's chasing you, you're actually supposed to run to go into some place where somebody mistakes you for somebody totally different, and you end up signing autographs for 15 minutes. Um, I just want to say to everybody who listens, everybody who's out there, um, it's a blessing just to be here. And please take interactions that you have with human beings at face value. Sometimes somebody just wants to get to know you and understand you and learn a little bit more. As always, be blessed. As always, be safe and welcome.